The thin, biting wind across the desolate Himalayan peaks was Dr. Alastair Finch's constant companion, a mournful whisper through Celestial's gaze observatory. But then, it ceased. Alastair, a disgraced astronomer, felt the sudden, crushing silence more acutely than any blizzard. It wasn't merely an absence of sound, but a vast, heavy void, an unnatural quiet that pressed in from every direction, amplifying his frantic heartbeat. A deep, resonant thrum permeated the mountain's granite, not a tremor, but a low, guttural vibration from the high atmosphere itself. It was an insidious hum, a frequency too low to register consciously, yet potent enough to vibrate against the very marrow of his bones. An uninvited guest settling deep within his skull. The infinite tapestry of the cosmos, once profound solace, now felt like a colossal, sentient eye, its pupil the distant sun, slowly turning its gaze upon him. Doubt first manifested not in blatant anomaly, but in meticulous analysis of dusty, forgotten photographic plates from the observatory's archives. Not a signal, not an interstellar beacon, but a terrifying consistency of inconsistency in stellar positions across decades. Faint, rhythmic light fluctuations, complex wave signatures, superimposed upon the background radiation, an impossible, non-random fluctuation that defied every known law of astrophysics. It was a pattern, not accidental, but profoundly, terrifyingly deliberate. Alastair, fueled by escalating paranoia and bitter instant coffee, spent sleepless nights correlating data. His gnarled fingers danced across ancient star charts, tracing intricate geometric fractals that repeated across unimaginable cosmic distances. The patterns weren't merely observed. They seemed to unfurl, rearranging constellations he'd memorized since childhood. Star clusters subtly shifted, stellar positions altered by imperceptible degrees, the familiar celestial sphere transforming into a pliable, malleable canvas for an unseen hand. The hum in his skull intensified, a low, persistent throb. His world contracted, shrinking to the antique telescope's eyepiece, then to his mind's echoing chambers. Sleep became a fractured landscape of formless shadows and whispers, a language of pure concept, not sound, but meaning that clawed at his sanity. He perceived the deep thrum as a current, a psychic tide pulling at sanity's anchor. Paranoia, a venomous serpent, coiled around his rational thought. Whispering patterns weren't merely happening. They were actively being woven. He, Alastair, was not just an observer, but perhaps a strand in their grand design, or worse, a fleeting thought within their incomprehensible process. He'd stare into the void between galaxies, convinced the emptiness wasn't empty, but teeming with structures beyond human comprehension, just out of his mind's grasp. The vast, indifferent night sky, once a domain of wonder, now felt like a colossal, intelligent membrane, a cosmic tapestry being restitched. The true confrontation arrived not with a flash of light or an alien vessel, but with terrifying, instantaneous comprehension. During a violent solar flare, as the observatory's ancient instruments shrieked, the low thrum in his head reached a shattering crescendo, splitting his consciousness like an ancient scroll. He saw it then, not stars, but infinitesimal points coalescing into a colossal, multi-dimensional lattice, living geometry of pure thought, stretching across the entire cosmos. The aliens were not biological entities traversing space. They were space, or rather, its very fabric's architects, dormant within stellar bodies. They were entities of unfathomable mathematics, using galaxies as neurons, nebulae as synapses, weaving existence's fundamental laws into a sublime, horrifying symphony. Humanity, Earth, were inconsequential flickers, perhaps accidental imperfections in their grand, cosmic design. The realization ripped through his mental landscape, shredding his understanding of reality into incomprehensible fragments. When the routine relief team arrived, days later, Celestial's gaze was eerily silent, the thrum gone. Alastair slumped before his console, eyes wide and vacant, fixed on a blank screen, displaying only static. His lips moved, tracing silent, complex equations no human mind could comprehend, a babbling of alien calculus. He was alive, yet utterly vacant, his consciousness overwritten, replaced by an incomprehensible, cosmic truth. Sometimes, new astronomers reported faint, rhythmic anomalies echoing through the observatory data, almost like a lingering phantom limb of sound. And sometimes, listening closely to the endless sighing of the wind through the mountain passes, one could almost hear a faint, low thrum, a silent vibration suggesting the architects had merely moved on, or perhaps simply awakened, leaving a profound and unsettling silence, a void where a mind once was, replaced by an unknowable, cosmic presence, forever gazing from the Himalayan heights.